What's up, y'all? It's your girl Chanel from Complex Simplicity. Happy technically Tuesday. It's about 12 a.m. You got to get used to your girl's house outfit. I know you've seen it time and time again. But anyway, I wanted to share what recently has been happening and going on in my life. I know the month of June has kind of been a real rough month in the sense that, when life happens, it sometimes can feel like it beats you down, but I'm still here and I'm in great spirits. I know I did a vlog before about just feeling overwhelmed within my life at my job, feeling overwhelmed with the ups and downs and growing pains that I experienced recently with my marriage, but we're good, yay. And I'm trying to think what else. Just in general, finances, sometimes when life happens, it just happens, right? It's just like, oh, bam, it's there. And so the most recent happening of life is with regards to my job. I've been at my job in the social work world for 13 years, and as of last Thursday, I am no longer at my job. And so it is a time of new beginnings. I am very excited. I wish that my time and how it ended with my job happened in a different way, but I do strongly believe and know to the core that God was behind this. For those of you who don't know, I am a faith-based woman. I am a Christian. I believe in Jesus Christ. And I truly do believe that He rules all things and always has a rhyme and reason for why we go through the things that we go through in order to set us up for where it is He would have for us to be. And if I'm being completely honest, I think if God didn't step in and say, okay, it's time for you to be about this job, I know it's been 13 years, but I have other things for you, I probably would have still been at my job 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. I've made it clear throughout the duration of the life of Complex Simplicity that, my job is very stressful at times, right? And that I was no longer really truly passionate about it. And, I was building and pouring into this brand of Complex Simplicity. And, that was kind of helping to keep me sane in a sense, or keep me going. This is very therapeutic for me, and it's a passion of mine. And I think that was able to get me through these last 2 years, of working my job. And so I'm not going to get into the details of why I'm no longer there for more reasons than one, so for those people who used to work with me, who are on here because they want to get the tea and they want to know what's going on, reach out to me. If you really have good intentions and you really care, find a way to reach out to me. But I'm not going to use this platform that I've been building to bash my former employer or to go into details about things. What I will say is that, as y'all always know, I'm big on being balls to the wall. I'm big on standing up for what I believe in. I'm big on loyalty. I'm big on really expressing concerns and saying what it is that I feel. And I wouldn't have it any other way. And so I, had to take a stand recently and be honest and express for the millionth time some of what had been happening and what my concerns were in defense of a colleague of mine. And so, like I said, I wouldn't have done it any other way. It resulted in me no longer working where I've been working for the past 13 years. And what I'm going to use this vlog to focus on is more so change, right? Because a lot of times, let's keep it real, change could be a scary thing, when you're used to doing something all the time a certain way, when your life is just a routine, even though monotony could be boring, it's safe, right? It's what makes us kind of as humans feel secure, comfortable. And change could be a very scary and challenging thing. But the crazy thing is I'm looking at this career change as, wow, this is what needed to happen. Unfortunately, I didn't want it to happen the way it happened, but it needed to happen. And, summer ground, y'all hear that? Sorry. And, even though there's a lot of speculation probably happening and going on right now, and and oh my gosh, Chanel's no longer here. What's going on? Because, I worked hard to build a strong work ethic and such a reputation at my job, where me no longer being there is probably shocking. I've proved my loyalty. I've been there for 13 years, right? And so in the midst of that, you'll have the few genuine people who have reached out to me who, have good words, well wishes, and just want to keep in contact with me, or who genuinely might have wanted to know what happened. And then you always have a huge amount who will be gossipy and, help to spread rumors, and as some would say, defame one's character. But I'm not even focused on all of that. I'm more so excited about the change that's going to come. I've been wanting a career change for a very long time. And, I'm 34, I'll be 35 at the end of July, God willing, sparing my life. I'm like so into and ready for what's to come. And I'm at peace. I feel like a weight or a ton has been lifted off my shoulder or my shoulders. And I truly am excited for what God really has for me. And so, speaking, I have an interview lined up on Wednesday with the luxury retail brand. A lot of you may not know, but I've been battling and with wanting to leave the social work world and go into the industry, so to speak, more so luxury brand retail. It's no secret that I do love fashion. I think that I do have a lot of transferable skills that will work in the retail world. It's something different. It's something fresh. I think it's something that I would get up every morning and enjoy going to work to do, right? And so it's crazy how God aligns things, of course, when you're unexpectedly no longer employed, how do I say this? It's imperative, of course, that you still try to have some kind of income going on, right? And as much as I may fantasize with or play around in my mind of I'll be that good stay-at-home wife, like this feels good, I can get used to this life, I'm a working career girl, right? Career woman. And so for me to just sit in the house would be fun for a couple of weeks, but then after a while I'm like, no, I got to be doing something. And so I immediately have been on the prowl of looking for a new job in the career field that I kind of always wanted to be in, which is like fashion, anything fashion media, like that's kind of where my heart has been for the past couple of years. And I was, to be honest with you, fearful and scared to really try and sell myself and put myself out there, because I felt like my resume was only one tone, which was social work. And I always said the day that I no longer am at this job, I'm done with social work. And so now's that time, and it's scary, but it feels I'm so excited. And so, I was putting my resume out, and I saw that there was a particular brand. I won't reveal anything. We'll pray to God that I get this job. But, I saw that, there was a need in a luxury brand field right near where I live, y'all, like 10 minutes away, which is beautiful. I used to drive almost 45 minutes, damn near an hour every day to get to work, to and from. So this is great to be able to work on my side of the bridge where I live. And so, I submitted my resume, and then I was talking to one of my girlfriends who's, an associate manager in luxury retail world. She was giving me some pointers, and I said, I think I'm going to drive by the store tonight and she said, yes, drive by the store and ask to speak to a hiring manager. And that's exactly what I did. When I got off the phone with her, I jumped in the shower, got myself together. The store was about to close in 20 minutes. And I went in there and I said, hi, I just wanted to know if there is a hiring manager around. I applied for one of the open positions, and the hiring manager was there, happy to talk to me. He was impressed at the fact that I was very, I took the initiative to go in person. And long story short, y'all, I sold myself. I put it out there that my resume will only have social work on there for the most part, but that those skills are transferable. And God allowed your girl to walk out that store randomly with an interview. So I have an interview on Wednesday. And, I've been preparing, reading up on the brand, really trying to soak in all the information I can about luxury retail and just what that world entails. But I say all that to say, y'all, I'm just excited, and I know not to put all my eggs in that basket, but just to see how God could work and you know, something unexpected happens and with my job, and then a week later I'm, you know, able to have an interview in a realm or in a field that I've always wanted to kind of work in, but just never had the balls or the courage to just go for it. And so I say all this to say, I don't know why my eye's been itching me. I say all this to say, don't be afraid of change. And, you know, there's some of you out there who may empathize and understand what I'm talking about as far as career goals, where you've kind of been stuck in a job or stuck in a particular career that you're not passionate about, you're not in love with, and, you know, but you got to pay the bills, right? I was that girl, that woman for a very, very long time. 13 years is a long time. I never wanted to be in the social work world. You know, I needed to pay student loans, you know, got the job, found out that I was pretty good at it, and just kind of stayed. You know, I will always be grateful for everything that I've learned, as well as I met my husband at my former job. You know, so there's some blessings and great things that have come from it, but it's time to go. And the crazy thing is, my mom had been telling me for years I needed to leave, but recently, as of the last couple of months, she'd really been like, you need to leave that job, Chanel. The world is getting crazier. You're in and out of people's homes. You're in all kinds of neighborhoods. You're constantly driving and on the road. Like, safety is real out here. And the way the world is right now, the state of the world, I don't know if that's the best job. You got people being kidnapped in broad daylight, people being gunned down, stabbed down. Like, it's real out here. And I know danger can happen anywhere, but to be honest with you, my job, probably didn't always think about it. My job definitely had its dangerous aspects to it. And so it just was crazy. Even, you know, everyone in my world, more so my immediate family, was surprised to hear, you know, how things went down. But they all, my husband, my parents, like some coworkers that reached out, you know, everybody was just like, but it needed to happen. And even I felt that in the depths of my heart. So I don't feel sad. I don't feel upset. I don't feel devastated. I didn't cry any tears. I'm good over here. I'm excited for what's to come. And even though my character may be being slandered right now, or there may be rumors going on and all kinds of stuff, the people who really know me and who really know my character should know better. But for the most part, you know, I kind of wanted to just get on and just give that message out there. And it's funny, I posted a quote about change and how change is actually a good thing in most cases. And I shared a bit of, you know, how I'm no longer at my job after being there for 13 years. And, you know, immediately, like, one of my girlfriends hit me up who's going through the same thing. And so I love that I can be transparent to the point of, you know, hey guys, you know, this is kind of what's happening, you know, but there's still sunshine on the other side, right? You know, there's always that rainbow after the rain. And there are times where I truly believe drastic things have to happen in order to kind of redirect where it is God would intend for us to be. And so I'm good, I'm at peace, and I'm excited for what's to come. Y'all keep me in y'all prayers with my upcoming interview. I'm so excited about it. Today I went shopping for like a uber sophisticated outfit because, you know, social work world is very different dress code wise than fashion industry. And so I'm excited. I'm so excited. So I just want to encourage you out there. Sorry, I felt like I spit. If you're going through something personally in your life, whether it's your marriage or who you're with, or just difficult times at your job, or crossroads with friendships, whatever it is you're going through, find it, whatever it is, you know, just know that all things happen for a divine purpose and reason. At least that's what I believe. And that you never know, but once you get through it, as uncomfortable and weird and strange and off and way left it may be, you'll say, oh, I know why this had to happen, right? Life happens, y'all. It just happens. But we're built for this. We're good. And just know that you will always have a support system. Know the people in your life that'll be there for you to support you. And so, you know, I just wanted to come on and give a couple of words. Now, of course, those of y'all that are like, you aren't that transparent because we don't know the details as to what happened, that's none of your business. For specific reasons, I'm not getting into the details. But one day, I will get into details about exactly what happened. But for now, I have to keep it politically correct, keep it cute, because just know. Other reasons. But like I said, I'm good. And so please don't be afraid of change. Please don't feel like, you know, if you have to leave a job, or you on the whim decide to leave a job, or you decide to leave a relationship, or you've been struggling with something, like, I don't know if this is where I should be in my life right now, but it's kind of just with all your comfortability, and you stick and stay in it. Sometimes we got to be out for our protection. I feel like God also was like, I'm removing you from this particular job for my protection. I get the sense that things may not end that well for anyone, meaning sometimes we never know. We're not always able to see what could potentially happen down the road, a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. And so for whatever reasons, I feel like God saw it fit that he wanted me totally away from, what my professional world has been for the last 13 years. And like I said, I know I wouldn't have like really picked up and left. So I understand why drastic things had to happen for me to do that. And I don't regret anything, and I wouldn't take anything back. I feel like I took a stand and was very honest and transparent about certain things that were occurring, and in defense of a colleague, and I wouldn't change that. And so, yes, please be encouraged out there. Don't be afraid of change. And, like I always say, we only got one life to live out here, y'all. And I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to be out here living an unhappy life. I used to say on a lot of my vlogs during the first year that I started with this whole website, I used to always say, I am fulfilled and happy in every aspect of my life except for my career, which is why this whole complex simplicity thing happened. And so it's funny, 2 years later, I think now this is my time to be able to feel fulfilled within my life overall. I'm fulfilled in my marriage. I'm fulfilled in my familyships. My friendships seem to be at decent points right now. Within myself, I feel good and fulfilled. The only area I was kind of lacking, I felt like, where I really wasn't happy, was where I was working, my career field. I was in a career that really had nothing to do with what my true passions were. And so now this is my time. Only got one life to live, right? I'm praying that God gives me a lot of years on this earth, but I only have one life to live. And I'm not that girl that wants to have all these shoulda, coulda, wouldas, where if I'm blessed to have children and then they have children and I have grandchildren, I don't want it to be where I'm speaking to my grandchildren about all the things I wish I would have done in my life, all the things I wish I would have tried to do in my life, opportunities I wish I would have just went for. I don't want to be that grandma. I want to be the grandma that's like, live your life, be wise, be smart, but at the same time, like, go for your dreams. Like, you don't want to live life with all these like, oh, I wish I did, I wish I could have, I wish I should, I really should have. I want it to be where I tried this, it didn't work out, but I'm glad to say I tried it. I tried this, and that, and it worked out amazingly well for me. You know what I'm saying? Where you can encourage your grandchildren or your children, or just the people in your life, because you actually were balls to the wall and tried. You know what I'm saying? And, a couple of my girlfriends had reached out or commented under what I'd posted on my Instagram page for the website, which is at complexedsimplicity09. And I get the sense that I was inspiring for some, you know what I'm saying? And that's what the purpose of this whole complex simplicity thing is, to be honest with you. We go through life, let's inspire one another. Let's encourage and empower one another. You know what I'm saying? I always say this, but it's like, I just said it in my last vlog or the vlog before it. I don't want to go through certain life experiences and then keep all of the lessons I learned just to myself. Like, what would be the point of that? I want to pay it forward, pass it forward. And so, yes, I'm going through a huge change with my career, but I'm excited about it. I'm hoping and praying that I believe that God has already ordered what's going to happen, right? And so, my next career move is moments away, and I truly believe this will be where I'm more happier and on and in alignment, I should say, with what it is I feel I should be doing and where my passions and interests lie. And I'm not saying that the next job is going to be the job. You know, I may have to work hard, of course, and like work my way up. And, you know, of course, I'm going to have my bumps and bruises along those lines. That's everywhere you are. It's just life, right? Everywhere you work, it is what it is. But I believe that I'll be on track and be closer to where it is I'm supposed to be. Don't get me wrong. Where I've been working for the last 13 years served its purpose as well. God had me there for 13 years for whatever his divine reason is and was. And I truly believe that I've acquired a lot of amazing skills that are transferable throughout my life. I learned a lot about myself. I learned what I'm made of. And, you know, I definitely learned how to work with people. I learned how to work in high pressured, crazy situations. You know, I've learned how to carry, how to lead, so to speak. Even when the numbers were small in my department, I learned how to lead. You know, and there was a time where I was by myself, because I was by myself, the only person in my department for months, and I was able to manage that to the best of my ability without losing my mind. And so I know what I'm made of. I have a lot. I always say to people, you work in the social work world, you can work anywhere. It takes a lot to scare me. And I'm the kind of person where I'm ready to roll up my sleeves and get busy and get to work. I do have a strong work ethic. And so I know that my 13 years wasn't in vain. It was for specific reasons and purposes to mold me and to get me and prepare me for whatever now I am to be doing, right? And so I like that I look at life like that. I look at life as if the glass is half full. I'm very much optimistic. And like I said, my faith means everything to me, as far as I know, I feel, you know, when God is involved, and like, nope, enough of that. This is where you're going to be, you know? So please be encouraged out there, y'all. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of change. And, you know, please, please, please don't allow yourself to stay in dead end situations. Once you start to feel like you're no longer growing, it's time to go. I stopped feeling like I was professionally growing and just overall growing a long time ago. And so don't just allow yourself to be in this stagnant place, even in your careers, overall in your life. Like, allow yourself to continue to grow. And so let's empower and encourage each other, and let's embrace change and all the beautiful things that it can bring into our lives. And, you know, let's be balls to the walls, I always say, with our dreams and aspirations and our goals. And, you know, even when extreme things happen, you know, the human side of me, of course, you can feel a little embarrassed, or maybe your pride gets, you know, affected a little bit, or maybe, you know, because people are always going to spread rumors and say craziness and say things that can attack your character. You know, don't worry about all of that. As my mom always says, God will vindicate you in the end. Don't worry about that. For the most part, you know, just keep plugging away at whatever it is you're supposed to do. Keep believing, and you know, keep your head up. That's all I can say. You know who you are. When you know who you are, that's like half the battle in a lot of situations in life. At least that's what I think and believe. And so I'm so thankful that what other people really think about me doesn't affect my life to that degree. And so it is what it is, y'all. So yes, I just wanted to share that little tidbit with you, and continue to rock out with your girl by going to ComplexSimplicity.com. And until next time.